Come on. There we go. Morning, guys. Hello. So you've got me and Amelia currently. Mel is on her way as well. She's just coming over from another stream that she's been doing, so she'll be with us shortly, I'm sure. I've just been having technical issues in that I'd muted my laptop and then I was telling Amelia that I couldn't hear her, so she very kindly pointed out that I was probably on mute. So again, it's another more proof that it's actually a miracle that I managed to upload videos onto the internet successfully every week, because I am so inept but left to my own devices. But yeah, morning, guys. Tell me what you're reading. We're obviously just going to sprint this morning, so there's not going to be loads of chat. And I'm tired, and I just want to finish this. It's so good. I'm really enjoying it. So,
sorry, I just keep crashing.
All right, don't worry.
I'm back.
The joys of the internet. Yeah. So tell me what you guys are reading. What are you reading, Amelia?
2 books, both kindly sent to me by Canongate. I'm reading The Caretaker by Von Rasch, which is fiction, historical fiction, really kind of warm and heartfelt and perfect for this time of year. I think it came out on Thursday the 2nd, so it came out earlier this week. Yeah. And then my non-fiction pick, because I haven't picked up any non-fiction in ages, and obviously non-fiction November, I want to do at least one thing. So I'm reading Black Ghost, A Journey into the Lives of Africans in China by New Sarah Weaver. This is like a travel memoir about the African economic migrant experience in China and the racism that goes on there, but also like their dynamics for how they kind of contribute to the economy and things like that. It sounds quite dense, but it's really kind of accessible writing. It's just really long chapters. So I'm going to read a chapter of this a day. Yeah. Start with this and then hopefully get finished with The Caretaker at some point. If not on sprints, then at some point later today.
Yeah, well, that sounds good. Well, I'm now about halfway through Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, which is just like, it's cozy academia rather than dark academia.
Yeah.
And it's just really cute. And Emily, our main character, is kind of autism coded, I think. It's not explicit, but that's the kind of feeling I'm getting from her. And I just really like being in her head. And then she's got this kind of not quite enemies to lovers thing going on with another character, and their interactions are making me laugh out loud. It's just really funny and cute.
That cover's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying that. It's good for my brain this week. It is so beautiful. It really is. And this is just the standard edition. There's also like the really beautiful fairy. I think Fairy Loot did a version that I now want, but probably can't get because it's too late. But yeah, it's really lovely cover. So yeah, I'm going to try and finish that today. Because then I will have completed my own bingo board, so that'll be nice. So let's see what everyone else is reading, because we've got a few comments popping up now. Emma said, morning, Victoria, how are you? I'm cozy in bed watching your October reading vlog just now. Oh, thank you for watching. I literally got it up just in time after my internet was messing around yesterday. Lindsay, you've got 30 pages left of Babel. Oh, it's in my, that book is in my stack of favorites for the year. And oh, I think we've got a Mel. How exciting. Hang on one second.
I bought a copy of Babel this week. That was one of the little treats.
I feel like you're going to get one. Morning or evening for you. Hello.
Hi.
All right.
Sorry, I was just finishing off my own sprints.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry. We're just chatting. Everyone that doesn't know, I'm sure they do know you. Mel is in Australia. So it's now, did you say it's like 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock your time?
9 o'clock. Or 10.
Yeah.
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 Kudos to you for coming on at 9 p.m. because that's like my bedtime.
Yeah, me too.
I just finished my sprints on my channel and I was like, quick, I've got to go.
Well, we appreciate you being here. You're basically talking to us from the future, so it's it's very exciting. We're just chatting about what we're reading. What book have you got on the go?
I am reading House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. And I am enjoying it. It's actually super creepy.
Yeah,
it looks a bit scary.
It's really good.
Cover.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? This is the book that I was like, hey, there's a very, I don't know how well you can even see it. There's like a couple of flowers that have purple. Yeah. And I was like, yes, totally relaxed. I can read it. And then I was worried, or not worried, but I was like, well, I'm not going to be able to finish the book before the end of the readathon. Wait, the readathon doesn't end tonight.
No.
Exactly. You're in the future.
You're in the future, yeah.
It doesn't end until like 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. So
yeah, it's all good. That's good. But yeah, Lindsay's about to finish Babel, and I love. Yeah, I'm not doing any spoilers, but yeah, I hope you enjoy it, Lindsay. Deep breath, you'll be fine. Emily is reading the second Christmasaurus book. She's doing a vlog where she's reading all of them this month, which is just such a fun idea. But I've got a house inspection on Tuesday, so spending the morning checking everything is okay. I'm sure it's fine, Emily, as long as you're not like having bonfires in the lounge or anything. I used to work as a property manager, so I used to go in and do inspections of people, and there was genuinely, we had a checkout where somebody had a bonfire in the lounge, like inside the house.
I used to work in student accommodation and do the exact same thing, but obviously you can imagine what drunk students get up to and the sort of horrific things.
Because my first job was student accommodation, and I walked into a conservatory once, and it was a house of boys, and they'd been there 6 months, and they'd filled the whole room with old pizza boxes, and like I just opened the doors into the conservatory, and just all these flies just like flew out. It was so grim. Like, yeah, I'm sure you've got some stories. I've got some stories as well. It's just
it's a traumatic job.
It's but Emily, I'm sure your house is not like that.
No.
It's fine. So Ellie's here as well. Good morning. Going to walk to the shop first sprint, and then I'll be starting the house with chicken legs. I still need to read that. I keep hearing good things about it. One of the Marlenes is here. We worked out in the first live show there's like 2 or 3 Marlenes, so we're doing Marlene R and S is the other one. Good morning. Amy's here from Maine. It's still dark outside. I don't know why I'm awake on my day off. I suppose it's teacher time in my brain. Yes, you've been body clocked, I'm afraid, Amy. I'm always like that. My alarm goes off for school at 5:45, and that is now just the time I get up.
Yeah,
all the time. That's just how it works. Yeah, it's just that's when your brain goes, it's time to get up and start moving. Hopefully you can just have a relaxed, like slow start to your day, even if it is early. Michelle said, I'm so glad you're enjoying your book, Victoria. Amelia, your book sound interesting. I'm 70% through the Christmas book club by Sarah Morgan. That sounds really cute. Oh, Chloe's here as well.
What are you reading?
I've got Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies, which I'm really liking. Yeah.
And I've got 2 new books that were sent to me by publishers, which is really kind. The Caretaker by Ron Rash, which is historical fiction set in like the Appalachian Mountains. Kind of like a bit of a family saga, really heartwarming though, and quite cozy and nice for this time of year. And then for non-fiction November, I'm reading Black Ghosts, A Journey into the Lives of Africans in China, which is quite, I say dense, it's not, it's really accessible in terms of its writing, but the chapters are really long. So you can't really do more than 1 chapter a day. But this is about the African experience in China, like economic migrants who've come over from African countries and settled in China, and some have overstayed their visas. So far, I've read about like some of the racism they're experiencing and stuff, which obviously is quite harrowing, but it's a really interesting read, and her writing's just fantastic. So
yeah, so we've got quite a mix of books this morning. It's good. Yeah. Chloe's here as well. Chloe, you don't have to remove yourself from bed. It's perfectly fine. It's 10:10. And also you're a great woman. You can stay in bed all day if you like. Like, it's absolutely fine. Oh, Danielle is here as well. She said, hello, just watching your vlog, Victoria, and almost forgot to tune into the sprints. To be fair, I haven't planned this very well because my vlog is an hour and 20 minutes long. And we've started this live show an hour after that video's gone live. But anyway, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. And I appreciate you for watching as well. So Amy said, might as well read while I'm brewing coffee. I've been reading the 13th Wheel of Time. Gasp. So close to being finished with the Serbs. I'm feeling accomplished. I haven't heard of that book, I'll be totally honest. But I'm glad that you're feeling accomplished. That's really good.
That's impressive. Those books are like...
Are they huge?
Yeah. Okay. And there are 13. Well, there are 15 of them. So...
Gosh, okay.
That's very impressive.
That's a major commitment.
That's a hell of a series.
Yeah. So Emily said, I can confirm no bonfires have been held in our house. That's good. My parents even are also visiting this afternoon, so I feel like it's more them I'm trying to impress. Yeah, parents are always going to be like scarier than any inspectors. I'm 36. My dad came around this week and I was like, oh my gosh, tidy up. My house is like, it's a weird one. So Emma said, when we'll sprint, I'll get up and dressed, but I refuse to make my bed because of a cute cat-shaped lump sleeping. Think I'll try and get through my audiobook. Yeah, you can't move the cat. That's the rule.
That's totally fair.
Yeah, actually, all 3 of us are cat ladies. Because Amelia's got Brundle, who's the cutest little thing ever, although he's getting so big. Yeah, and then 3, haven't you, Mel? Have you got 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
And somehow I don't have any of them in here with me.
No, I've got 3, and we've not seen a single cat on a single sprint this weekend. But
I did have I just started my sprint before when I just sit down before I got onto the computer or anything. I did have Pistachio come and climb up, and she's the cat that's like, I must be right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to start a sprint going, hello.
Hi. Yeah. No, ours are just, well, also because it's the morning, so ours are off out. Although we did just have about 45 minutes ago, Molly brought a bird in.
Oh.
And chased it around the lounge because it was still alive. We're trying to rescue the bird and get it out. She grabbed it like out of thin air and then disappeared out with it. So the poor thing is, it's not ended well for the bird.
No.
I think that's why it's good for Brundle to stay indoors, especially like around here, because we've got avid bird watchers on either side of us where we live, and they sit in their gardens and, you know, with their binoculars and their cups of coffee and stuff like that. And I can't introduce a cat to that wonderful, wholesome rural situation. He has to stay inside.
Fair enough. Yeah, our cats are inside cats.
Yeah, all 3 of ours go out, but 2, like Jack and Sav, are just horrified every time Molly brings something in. You can just see in their faces, they're like, "What are you doing?" And she's like chasing it whatever it is, round and round. So out of the 3, she is the only one that's a psychopath. Is probably the word for it. But yeah, she decided to bring us in a little bit of entertainment.
Happy Sunday present.
Yeah, except, you know, molted feathers everywhere. Gary's downstairs hoovering. Because she made a mess. But anyway, and she's the cute one. Everyone's like, "Oh, she's so cute." I'm like, "Yes, but she's also, you know,
also a demon."
Yeah, she's a demon in very cute form. So Chloe's going to try and read the entirety of Earthings. That'll be good. Chloe's got, I think, like 30 something books to catch up to her 200 book target for the year. So she's trying to read all the short books. Oh, Joe's here as well. Me and Alfie are out walking, waiting for someone to come and unlock the scout hut to have a tidy up in there. So Joe's got Alfie. I think you can see in her little picture. He's her little Yorkshire Terrier. He's so cute. And he wears bow ties all the time, which is just adorable. It's lovely and sunny out in Derbyshire today. Good. Yeah, it's all right here. It's a bit cloudy, but it's not too bad. Ellie's also got an indoor cat. That's good. It means you don't get any presents that you don't want. Chloe's got 6 weeks till I get to snuggle Cole's cat Chocolate, and I'm stupidly excited.
Chocolate is such a cute name for a cat.
It really is.
It's a really good one. Chloe, are you more excited to see Cole or to see Chocolate? Be honest. I know what my answer would be. Ellie's cat's called Pepsi. That's another really good name. Loves trying to chase birds from the kitchen window. Bless. Yeah, the most that Savannah will do is sit in the window and shout at them. Like, that's as far as she goes. Even if the window's open, she'll sit there shouting. And it's like, well, you could go out. She's like, well, no, I don't want to go anywhere near that.
Too scary.
Yeah, too much. Marlene's also a cat lady. Lots of us here, except Joe is like, I'm afraid I don't get cats. No, that's fine. You've got you probably wouldn't want a cat sibling.
I didn't until I got my own.
Yeah, it's the thing. Yeah. Like Gary wasn't a big cat person until I moved in with our previous cat, or my previous cat, and then he's been obsessed ever since. So it's like, yeah, you kind of need to have a cat to get cats, I think. Chocolate isn't even brown. A 7-year-old named him. That's really funny. And Marlene's got Charlie and Benji. That's so nice. Okay, so we thought we'd do a 45-minute sprint to start with. I'm going to be here till about 1ish. I'm not sure about Amelia. Obviously, Mel, it's going to get really late for you, so you obviously duck out as and when you need. It's just nice to have you here with us. So speaking of cats, I'm going to use the Pomodoro Kitty because that is the easiest way that I know, quite honestly.
We love the Pomodoro Kitty.
Oh, and it's pink.
Yeah, that's kind of the colour theme for this weekend for some reason. Right, let's start the cat because that's the bit I always forget to do and then people shout at me. Okay, we'll see you guys in about 45 minutes. Let's read some books. Okay. Let me just sort the screen out. How did everybody do?
Great. Look how well your bookmark matches the front cover of it.
Oh, yeah. That's a good match.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah. How did you go, Mel?
I don't know. I don't know how many pages I read.
That's okay.
I was
Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
That's the main.
I'm very engrossed.
Good.
It is.
I read 40 pages.
Nice, especially if something that's like a bit dense.
Yeah, I said, didn't I? I'm going to try and read one chapter a day. And then I got to the end of the chapter and I was like, oh, it's just another one. And then I got to the end of that chapter. I was like, oh, I'll just carry on. So
that's a good sign.
I love it.
That's good. I managed 50 pages. I also split up a cat fight between Molly and Sav, and I've got the printer sat next to me, and that randomly started printing, and none of us have printed anything, so that was a bit weird. So I just turned that off because it was spewing out. Yeah, it was spewing out like labels for a parcel, but literally none of us know what it's for. So interesting. 45 minutes in this household.
That's weird.
I've got Sav up here now, so she might.
No.
Oh.
But I had her on my lap, and then Molly came in and started. Molly was on the floor, started flicking the end of Sav's tail, and it was just like, stop it. Then they start chasing each other. Yeah. Anyway, we're fine. But yeah, I read 50 pages, so if I can keep this up, I will definitely finish this today, which is good because I'm enjoying it, and I also want to obviously complete my own bingo board.
How much did you say you got left?
I've got 100, just over 100 pages left.
Oh, right. That's doable.
Yeah, there's like 115 pages left, so that's definitely doable today, which is good. Let's see how everybody else did. So, Chloe said she's more excited for Cole, but chocolate is also an exciting reunion. Fair enough.
Chloe, sure.
Yeah. Happiness has said, finished our share of the night last night. Enjoyed it. It felt like short stories of individual life experiences brought together with Argentina's military dictatorship and horror occult culture. That sounds really interesting. I'm going to look that up in a minute. I've got a whole bunch of books from this weekend that people have been talking about that I want to look up. Anadri's just got back from my errands. Now going to quickly make some no-bake bars as a little treat. Nice. And clean my kitchen. That sounds like a nice productive morning. Yeah. Some good self-care there. Oh, Brittany's here. Hello. Hi, just grabbing my morning coffee and getting ready to read The Scarlet Veil. So my laptop's flashing notifications at me. I do not care right now. Sean just got back from dog walking, and now it's time for hot chocolate and a mince pie. Good choice. Yeah. Nice. I don't do mince pies. I'm not a fan of that, but the hot chocolate sounds good. Lindsay finished Babel, 4.5 stars, I think. Now I need to get showered and pick my next read. Might have to start my book club read, Little Deaths by Emma Flint. I read Other Women by her this year. I think that's her debut. I really want to read Little Deaths. I loved Other Women. So it was really, really well done. That's also still in my top.
I think I reserved Other Women at the library.
So I hope you enjoy that. Chloe read 73. Oh, I loved it. I had an arc and I read it at like January time, I think. It might have been my first favourite of the year. I just really liked how it was done. I thought it was really clever. Chloe read 73 pages of Earthlings. Go you. Going to run for a shower now so I can get cozy and put a favourite cozy outfit on. Good for you. That sounds very nice. Emily's got 89 pages down of the second Christmas Saurus book. Nice. We were talking, I think it was with Charlotte, so it must have been yesterday, about when you start Christmas stuff. It's like still a bit early for me. I don't know what you guys think. Like, because we have Charlie's birthday at the end of November, so we do his birthday and then we do Christmas stuff after that. So for me, I love Christmas, but it's still like a touch early.
I think when you get Halloween out of the way, it's pretty much an open market for Christmas stuff to start, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, everyone does it different. I'm definitely in like winter mode now, but like not quite Christmas. It's that bit in between for me.
We don't really, Rowan and I aren't big Christmas people.
Okay.
We enjoy, like, I enjoy getting together with family, but we don't really decorate or anything. We're just kind of like, eh. Plus, we never want to do a tree because the cats should just, go crazy.
Yeah, surprisingly, like our cats, touch wood, this will be the 1 year it happens. Our cats have never been that interested in the tree. I really thought Savannah was going to be a nightmare last year when we had her for her first Christmas with us, but she wasn't really that bothered. They quite like hiding under it to jump out on each other, but that's pretty much like the extent of it. Because I know some cats can be really like climbing it and pulling it over and stuff.
Shade, when she was a kitten, Shade used to be one of those cats that would climb up, but she was a kitten then. She probably wouldn't do it now.
Yeah.
Rose,
find out.
Sorry?
There's only one way to find out.
That's true. That's true. Rose not really into it, and I'm not bothered.
No.
Really.
I have a tiny little tree that's maybe 2 foot high.
Yeah.
That just sits to the right of my fireplace. And then I just put the cards around it when people send Christmas cards. And it just has a little, like a little Christmas shrine type thing. But we don't really do presents or anything. We just eat a lot of amazing food.
So. Yeah. Whereas like we're at the other end. I feel like we've got the whole spectrum of Christmas here because I freaking love Christmas. I decorate my classroom in the last week of term. I've got like a tree that I put up and decorations and stuff that go up in the last week of term, it's the kids' signal basically that Mrs. stopped teaching now and we're just going to mess about until the end of term and do fun stuff. And our house, we always have a real tree and lots of decorations and stuff. So yeah, we will definitely get Christmas Eve. But Charlie's birthday, like I said, is at the end of November. So we do that and then we get into Christmas stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm also quite excited because we've got new neighbours across the road from us this year who are really lovely. And they decorated the entire outside of the house for Halloween. And I was like, their Christmas decorations, I can already tell, are going to be like top tier. So I'm excited for that too.
That's cool.
Marlene's asking, Amelia, if you're from Lancashire.
Oh, yeah. What gave it away?
Yeah.
No, I am. Yeah. I'm from East Manchester, really, but I was brought up by my grandparents who have very old school Lancashire accents, and spot on.
Michelle's been doing housework so far, including getting our Halloween boxes away. Michelle decorated big for Halloween, so I'm also excited to see her Christmas stuff when she gets to that. So yeah, that's good. Nikki's here. Oh, she said, hi, better late than never. It's fine, you're not late. Was walking the dog, still reading Careless. Should get it finished in these sprints. That's good. I'm really interested to see what you think of that. Nikki's been reading that over the weekend. It's one I read earlier this year and really liked. But it's quite hard going. I think it's Kirsty Capes is the author. And it's about a young girl.
Women's Prize.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Last year. Yeah. About a young girl who is in care, and I think she's about 16 and she gets pregnant. It's about what happens to her. Really good, but quite tough reading. So yeah, I'm interested to see what you make of that one when you get to the end. Emma said, in that sprint, I got up and dressed and the cat moved, so I made my bed. If the cat moves, you're allowed to make the bed. Made a coffee, hot chocolate concoction. It tastes much better than a packet mocha and got 5 minutes of your vlog left. Oh, thank you for watching that. Ellie's back from the shop. Oh, Emma, my birthday's the 12th of December, also my grand's, but the tree goes up on that day, but the Christmas mood starts at the start of December. Yeah, I feel like you start getting Christmassy.
Yeah.
Our tree will go up sort of around that same time as well, because it depends on, we always go up, there's a farm near us. We always go up there to get our tree, but obviously we have to wait till we've got Charlie with us to do that. So yeah, it'll probably be around about then that we'll be putting ours up. Oh, now we're talking about Christmas decorations. Emily said, I love decorating for Christmas. I'm holding off putting my snowflake window stickers out just for a little longer. Decorating and baking and all of that is my favourite part of Christmas. Yeah, me too. I've got a big family and it was always a big thing. It was decorating and baking and making gingerbread men and all that stuff. Marlene said, I'm from Blackburn. You drop your H just like me.
Yeah.
I like it. Oh, dear. Okay, do we want to do another sprint?
I think I'm gonna head off.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Thank you for being here. It was nice to see you.
It was nice to see you, and it was nice to meet you, Amelia. I've watched your video, but and I'm wearing my favorite dress.
Oh, good.
So if anyone just tuned in for them.
And off she goes on that note.
Now that I've done that for you, I'm going to go.
Okay. Well, have a
Thank
good
you
rest
for
of your
having
evening.
me.
That's all right. Thank you for being here.
Sleep well, Mel. Lovely to meet you.
Bye. Okay, so let's do another sprint. I will restart the cat. Reshare the cat as well. Where is it? Hang on a minute. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Right. 45 minutes. Let's see what happens. And see you in a bit. Okay. I'm just going to stop that so we can chat. Oh, nearly closed the live stream then. Scary times. Okay. How did everyone go? How did you get on, Amelia?
55 pages, and I've only got 50 left. So
nice.
I'm definitely going to finish this one today.
That's good. Are you enjoying it still?
I love it. It's actually probably one of my favourite books of the year.
Oh, that's exciting.
I think it's just as well because it's so like pastoral and seasonal, and it's got that gorgeous writing. It's perfect for this time of year.
Yeah.
And it's all like set in like really lovely rural areas of America, and it's historical fiction. So you know how that always makes you dead warm and cozy. So yeah, 2 books from Canongate that I'm loving.
That's good. I read 40 pages that time. Got a bit distracted. Charlie needed to print some stuff for his homework, which is why I turned the camera off for a minute. So sorted that out. And then, read 40 pages. I got about 60 left. So I probably won't finish it in the next sprint. So the next sprint's going to be the last one because I need to be off by 1.
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Because I've got chores to do and I would like to be in a bubble bath by about 3 o'clock.
Me too. That's exactly my plan. When I went and got my haircut on Thursday, I went to Lush. And I've not been in Lush for like maybe about 15 years.
Oh, okay, wow.
So it was amazing to see all the new stuff that they brought out, and they sold me a Snow Fairy bath bomb.
Oh, nice. So, good choice.
Yeah, I'm going to go and chuck that in and have an afternoon bath, I think.
Nice. Yeah, nothing like an afternoon bath on a Sunday. So I won't finish it in the sprint, I don't think, but I will finish it this afternoon. So that will be good.
Yeah.
My first read of November. How did everybody else do? So Nikki was saying that her birthday is on the 30th of December. So my decks come down quickly. Yeah, my sister's birthday is New Year's Eve. So when I was a kid, we always took the decorations down the day after Boxing Day so that like we could celebrate Kirsty's birthday. And I still do it now. Like I love Christmas, like I was talking about earlier, and I get really excited to put the tree up and all that kind of stuff. As soon as I get to the day after Boxing Day, I'm like, I'm over it. Tree needs to come out. Like I want my house back. Because our house is quite small as well, so putting all the Christmas stuff up like takes space. So I'm just like, I'm over it. I need to like clean my house and get everything out. And so we always get our decks down early as well. Hannah said, I realised I missed your September vlog. Oh, bless you. So have a marathon of your cozy vlogs planned for today. Thank you. I hope it's all right. They're both quite long. Reading off my shelf said, hi, reading 2 Stormwood by Philip Gray for my November TBR. How are you finding it? Are you enjoying it? Chloe came back, only missed a few minutes, so time to get back into Earthlings. I think this was just as we were starting our sprint. Anadri said, okie doke, my bars are in the fridge now, going to get changed into something comfy and read. That sounds good. What flavour of bars did you make? Mostly just because I've realised I've not had any breakfast yet and I need to eat something, so I'm now starting to think about food. Hello and happy Sunday. Just got home and finally had time to join the readathon. Hello. Glad to have you. Oh, Abby's here as well. Hello.
Hey, Abby.
Must have been when we were sprinting. Oh, and Abby said I'm ready for the kitty this time because when Abby came on into the sprint yesterday, she didn't realise that we had the cat timer going and it made a jump.
It made me jump just then.
Yeah, it always does. I was watching it count down as well and it still made me jump. So I don't know. Chloe did 66 pages. That's good. You must be nearly through that book by now because it's not like really long.
How are you finding Earthlings, Chloe? Because it's a bit weird, isn't it?
I've not read that one. It's one I keep looking at in bookshops and then putting it back down for some reason.
Not for me.
No, I think it's because people tend to, and we'll see what Chloe thinks as well, either give it like 5 stars or 1 star. There doesn't seem to be like much.
Convenience Store Woman was great. And I love how short her books are.
Yeah.
But once I read Earthlings and then saw Life Ceremony had come out, and I was like, I'm not even risking Life Ceremony after Earthlings. It's just, you know, when something just makes you break up with an author and that's that, even though you really enjoyed one of the books, it's just.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like I said, I've picked it up a few times recently in bookshops and then put it back down. I'm like, I don't know. We'll see what Chloe thinks as well. Anadri finished her book. Well done, The Book Eaters. We'll have to think about my feelings on it. Perfect to read this time of year, though, if you want a seasonal read and don't mind horror-ish vibes. I've seen that one doing the rounds. I feel like Fairyloot or someone did an edition of it. I've seen quite a few people with that one. Emily said, only 39 that sprints, but showered, changed my bed sheets and hoovered downstairs. So that's quite productive. That's really productive in 45 minutes. Blimey, that is good going. Happiness said, started the 4th Wing, must be the only person who's not read it so far, getting ready for Rebecca Yarris's next publication. I've not read it.
Yeah.
No.
No.
I keep, again, looking at it. It's on Scribed, or whatever Scribed is now called. What is it called? For something? Everand, not for anything.
Has it changed name?
Yeah, I woke up to a brand new app in my phone on Wednesday morning, I think, and I was like, what is that? Because I don't have loads of apps. And it's Scribed. They've just changed their name and stuff. It's on there, and I keep sort of half thinking about it, but again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it'd be for me. I hope you enjoy it though. Happy Knitter. Ellie said, no reading for me. Doing life admin. Good for you. I'm going to do that after we finished. Going to have lunch. Then I'll prioritise reading this afternoon. That sounds nice. Happy Knitters bought the Book Eaters this week. Yeah, like I said, I've seen that about. Emma said 50 pages of Charlotte's Web. Oh, nice choice. I haven't read that for ages. And finished my coffee and decided on duvet day. Yes, today is a duvet day. That's a great plan.
Yeah.
I've got a few little chores to do once we finish, and then I'll be having a bath and then getting back on the sofa with a blanket and a book. Andrew made peanut butter and oats chocolate protein bars. That sounds nice. They are.
That sounds amazing. Is it like a Reese's peanut butter bar?
Yeah, it must be. Yeah. Chloe, 107 pages left to go. Okay, so you're nearly through. I'm not really sure what I think. I don't hate it. I mean,
that's good.
Emma's trying to decide what to have for lunch. Beans on toast. Yeah, Gary's making pesto pasta downstairs for our lunch. Chloe said, if you want, Victor, I can speak to the Christmas elves, aka me, and I can pop it in your Christmas box. Chloe's just the cutest human. She does Christmas boxes for some of us. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what it is with that book. I'm sort of attracted and repelled at the same time. Maybe we'll see what you think, Chloe, and you can use your judgment on whether or not I like it. I just cop out of that decision entirely. Alima Crate, yeah, Abby, I was right. Did an edition of the Book Eaters. I read it and enjoyed it. Newcastle featured though, and we know how rare that is, so I was biased. Yeah, it doesn't crop up often, does it, as a setting?
Nope.
So yeah, reading off my shelf said it's set in the First World War and trying to have a war theme this month. It's interesting. A few people saying that they haven't read Fourth Wing. It was like a big TikTok book, I know. Chloe Cat's reading Coraline. That's a nice choice for this time of year. Bit of Neil Gaiman.
I think I can visualize the cover for that in my head.
Coraline. Yeah. It's good, like creepy. It's a middle grade, I think, technically, but it's sort of the upper end of it, and it's all a bit strange. But yeah. Nikki said, you know when you're reading and really into your book, but people keep talking to you? Yeah, my husband's really good for that.
Basically, anytime you try to read outside the house as well.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a cafe or something.
Yeah, someone tries to talk to you. It's just like, hello, I have a book against my face.
The thing is, though, people are like, oh, what are you reading? And it's like, well...
Gary will do a lot of, like, he'll start talking, like, in the evenings, he wants... Yeah. Gary, like, in the evenings, Gary will watch TV whilst I'm reading my book, and he'll do a lot of, like, starting to talk and then go, oh, sorry, you're reading. And I'm like, you've already interrupted me. You might as well just tell me whatever it is. Like, don't start. Chloe's now freaking out about your Christmas boxes are awesome. It's very exciting. And I love Ellie loved the Book Eaters, but my sister DNF'd it. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Sometimes, like Charlotte and I were talking yesterday about how many books that I've loved that she's hated, like Legends and Lattes. She thought that was really boring. She DNF'd that, and that was one of my favorite books of last year.
I DNF'd None of This Is True. This one.
Did I read that? Oh, is that the?
Yeah. And obviously, like Leanne really liked it, and I haven't watched your vlog yet, but I saw on Goodreads or Storygraph or whatever that you'd read it.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get past the first 20 or 30 pages when she was talking about leaving baby food out for a daughter behind the door.
Yeah.
And emptying the baby food tins. And I was like, immediately like, absolutely not. And Aoife, I messaged Aoife as well, and I was like, did you enjoy it? She was like, yeah, it was amazing. And I was like, well, how do I get past that mental image of just, like I can handle all the murder and the gore and all that stuff. If that crops up, that's fine. But the second you mention something a little bit gross. I just can't get past it, and that was it. I had to go back to the library, and that was that.
Yeah, it's definitely an uncomfortable book to read in places. I think I gave it like a 3-star, 3.5. I enjoyed it at the time. It was useful for me at that point in the month when I was still poorly, because it was like it wasn't difficult to read.
Yeah.
And it did keep me gripped. It wasn't my favorite Lisa Jewell, I would put it that way.
No,
but
I loved The Night She Disappeared. When I read that earlier this year, I really flew through it, loved it. But that was more of a cozy, domestic, homey vibe, which I got along with. And obviously it had LGBTQ rep eventually and stuff, didn't it? But I don't know, I was reading that, and the baby food bit put me off, and then I was like, I can see where this is going. I can see like the insidiousness of one of the characters, and I can see that like obsessive thing kind of forming, and I was just kind of put off it. Like, it wasn't the vibe for me. I think maybe I'll give it another go. It was from the library, so
although I would say if that bit put you off, I wouldn't pick it back up, because the whole thing gets more and more uncomfortable as you're reading it.
Good call then, thanks.
Yeah. Although if you like her more domestic ones, there's one called, I think it's called The Girls. I'll look it up in a minute when we're sprinting, because that again is like more like domestic thriller rather than, well, I guess None of This Is True is a domestic thriller, but it's got that kind of stalker obsessive thing happening as well, so it's slightly different. Okay, so Emma's just talking about Fourth Wing. I treated myself to the special edition of Fourth Wing with the 2 bonus chapters and the book in September, and I read nothing in October because it was in my head and the sequel releases Tuesday. I know so many people are like so excited about it, which is so nice. I just I can't remember who I was talking to, either Charlotte or Chloe, over the last 2 days when we've been sprinting. I think it was Charlotte. We're talking about a book, and I was like, I can't remember which author. We're talking about one of the authors that Charlotte really likes, that writes like cozy, like women's fiction.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't pick those books up because I feel like my opinion's not needed on those books, because I go into them thinking it's going to be like a 2 or 3 stars. So there's no point me reading a book with that low expectation. It's just not for me. And I get a similar feel with Fourth Wing, that I'm like, do we need my opinion on this? Possibly not. But we'll see. Maybe I'll cave and read it on audio at some point.
I kind of felt the same way about reading Yellowface. And then loved it so much when I read it in a 24-hour period. And I was like, I'm so glad. And that's why I picked up Babel, because I just thought, well, she's clearly such a accomplished, amazing writer. Yeah. Why shouldn't I try out Babel? And then why shouldn't I try out The Poppy War if I like that? And I think because I've been really committed to trying out new genres this year. Yeah. Rebecca F. Kuang is a great way to kind of do that, because those 3 books I've just mentioned are also different in what they do. That it's an amazing way to kind of explore different aspects of your reading tastes. So can't wait for Babel. I think Fourth Wing in my mind is one of those that's really similar to
maybe
Babel.
I feel like, because Babel is one of my favorite books of this year. I didn't expect to like it at all. It's my first thing I read from her, and I absolutely loved it. It just, well, because I'm a book nerd, because I'm a word nerd, like a language nerd, I just loved it. And then it's got all of the commentary as well, and then it's quite slow in places, and then it gets faster in places, and there's twists to it. I was just like, I just couldn't put it down, and I loved it. I feel like it's one that you'll really like, but I guess we'll see. And then I liked Yellowface, not quite as much, but I still liked it. I still gave it.
Did you read them in close succession?
Yeah, fairly.
Yeah. So that's my concern, is that I'm worried that I'll have Yellowface in my mind when I'm reading Babel. So I bought it, and I will read it probably before the end of the year. It's like one of the books that I'm really want to get around to that before, but it probably will be my Christmas, New Year read. Like last year, I read The Secret History, and that was a full experience, over Christmas and New Year, because you can kind of switch off from everything else and just get cozy.
Babel's got, sorry, it's just suddenly started chucking it down. I thought it was snowing for a second, but it's just really heavily raining. That's fine. I don't have time for snow this week. I think Babel and sorry, what was the one that you just said that you read last Christmas?
Secret History.
Secret History, similar, because it's that dark academia thing. And much like that one, Babel you need some time. I think I read Babel over a holiday, possibly like February half term or something. And because I knew I was going to need all my brain cells for it. It's not, it's not an easy read, but I really liked it. And then Yellowface, I picked up on a whim, I think, having read that. I read it fairly quickly, but they are very different books, which I think helps. But yeah, I hope hopefully you will enjoy it. I feel like it would be. I feel like it would be an Amelia book.
I've read the little introductory bit where she's setting up Oxford.
Yeah.
And sort of like a note to the reader about Oxford and that sort of thing. And I thought immediately, I was like, right, if I don't put this down now, that's it. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to sit and just came through the whole thing. So
yeah,
it's on the shelves, and can't wait for it. It's gonna be great.
Good, fingers crossed. Oh yeah, Nikki, you're right. We were talking about Heidi Swain, and I was like, yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
I've picked any of those up. I'm like, I just don't think they're for me. Marlene's reading Beneath the Skin by Nikki French, 40 pages in. Chloe, don't think you'd hate Fourth Wing. There's a fantasy element and then a romance element. Big Sarah J. Maas vibe, so maybe not your cup of tea. To be fair, I don't think I've ever actually read a Sarah J. Maas, so maybe I should just try it and see. I might do it as my December audiobook, because that would do me whilst I was commuting. I haven't read Fourth Wing, don't think I will. I'm not a massive fantasy reader at the best of times. I keep saying I'm not a fantasy reader, and I said this yesterday. There are 10 books, because I pick out one book each month that's my favourite of the month, because it makes end of the year content much easier to do.
Yeah.
And in that stack, there are 6 fantasy books. So I keep going, I'm not a fantasy reader. Clearly I am. So
Drops and Bone Dust and Legends and Lattes.
Legends and Lattes was last year. Books and Bone Dust. Yeah, that was at the end. That was like November of last year.
Oh my god.
Babel, because that's got fantasy elements to it. A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon, which I absolutely loved, and the sequel for that is coming out at the end of this month. What else is in there that's fantasy based? Oh, Like a Charm by Elle McNichols. Can't think what else now without it in front of me. But yeah, there's a like at least 6 of them that are fantasy adjacent. And I'm just like, clearly I am a fantasy reader. Who knew? Happy Nota treated herself to the Secret History 20-year anniversary publication my week off last week, ready for the Christmas holidays. So that
beautiful.
Lovely. It is a really beautiful edition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We've got time for one more sprint, but if we can do half an hour instead.
Yeah, perfect. Sounds good to me.
I have stuff that, adult chores that need doing, which is very dull. Right, let's reset the cat. That one? No, not that one. Nobody needs my face that big while we sprint. There we go. Okay, so let's start the cat. I'll see you guys in half an hour. Okay.
Look at the sun.
I know. You've got some dramatic shadows happening there. Okay, that was our last one. How did everyone get on? How did you get on, Amelia?
I'm so close to finishing.
Yeah.
I've got 20 pages.
Yeah, me too. I've got 30 pages left. I'm so close to the end. I'm going to have to pause for a bit and go and have lunch and stuff.
Me too.
And then finish it later on. How did you guys do in the chat? So yeah, we'll chat for a little bit and then finish up. But obviously the readathon carries on till 7 o'clock this evening, so don't panic. There's still plenty of reading time left. Oh, Marlene was talking while we were sprinting. She said, I had a peek at Amelia's channel and subscribed. It looks really good and lots of catching up to do. Thank you, Amelia.
Oh, it's great to have you, Marlene. I haven't posted in a few weeks because I've been super busy, but I'm going to get back on it this week, I think, and start with the September and October reading wrap up. That's how long it's been.
Well, everybody, if you're not already subscribed to Amelia, you definitely should be, because she is awesome. And, you know, as Marlene said, there's lots to see there, like lots to watch if you're a new subscriber. So yeah, please go and do that, guys. Oh, and Marlene also said thank you for this lovely weekend, Victoria. Well, thank you guys for taking part and being here in the first place, because the whole point is because my channel is 5 years old, which has just gone so fast. So yeah, thank you guys for being around.
It's an achievement, Victoria.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, without you guys here, I'd literally just be talking to myself. So Chloe, I actually saw Amelia jump that time.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a weird thing, you know it's coming, and it's yeah. So Abby said, I actually read this time slowly making my way through The Earth Transformed by Peter Frankopan, a big non-fiction. Yeah, I saw Abby, I saw your TBR. It's a massive, but it's huge.
Yeah.
And it looks really dense, but interesting, I would think. How are you finding it, Abby? Because yeah, it looks like a challenge, that one. Andrew said, did not read, but wrote my review for Book Eaters and started making lunch. Nice. Lots of people having their lunches. Yeah, the boys are getting ready for lunch downstairs, and I am hungry. Chloe said, I read 47 pages, 60 to go, but need a lunch break first. Yeah, it's definitely that time of day, isn't it? For those of us in the UK.
I love that we're all unified on reading and food.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all you need, really. Books and food. Emily managed to read 83 pages in that sprint. Wow. That's good going. Ellie saying thank you for the sprints. Again, thank you guys for being here. It's been a really fun weekend. I've not sprinted for 3 days back to back for quite a while, so it's been nice to settle down and do that each day. Emma read 20 pages and decided on what to have for tea. Spaghetti bolognese, and chatted to my sister for a while. Spag bowl is a solid choice.
Yeah,
that's a good choice. We've got pesto pasta for lunch, and then I've got some cheese that I need to finish from when we were away. So I'm just going to have that with some crackers for tea.
That sounds amazing. I'm having gnocchi.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Choice.
And pasta, something nice and quick.
Sounds good. Anadri's aim for the rest of the day is to finish Beneath the Sugar Sky and do some cleaning. Thanks for the sprint. It was a good way to start the day. Thank you very much for being here. Abby said it's dense but interesting, is 100% accurate. Enjoying it, but it's not an easy read. Yeah. Thinking about getting it for my brother for Christmas. He doesn't watch any of my videos, so he won't be watching. Because it's the kind of thing he'd be really into. He's a curator at the Natural History Museum.
Is he really?
Just started his new job.
Senju is quite highbrow, isn't it?
Yeah. So I feel like that might be a Christmas gift for him, because he's an archaeologist. So I feel like he'd be into it. But knowing him, he might also have bought it. He's a big reader as well, so I need to check with him, actually. Emily said, thanks for the sprint. It's been very productive. Yeah, everyone's been productive with reading or housework or whatever, so that's good. Daniela, I received and put away groceries and did some finance admin. That's one of the things I need to do this afternoon is my online banking. It's essential tasks only since I'm still sick. Oh, I hope you feel better. Thanks for the sprints. And Chloe's going for a spicy pizza tonight. Nice. Yeah, I need to finish. Yeah. I need to finish this cheese and then get back to like sensible eating. I'm still slightly in like half-term treat myself mode, even though I've been back at work for a week. So I need to like finish the treats and then get back to sensible eating. Oh, Nikki's on 210 of Careless. I'm really into it, but need some lunch. Hungry, smelly egg roll for lunch. Thank you so much, Victoria. Love this weekend. Abby said, okay, then your brother would love this. It's so well researched. The citations are too big, 200 pages, that they couldn't include them in the physical book. That is crazy. Yeah, I just want to double check with him because we're both big readers, although very different readers. So I just need to double check he's not bought it. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up here because everyone's going for lunch, which is a solid plan. And then I have to do some like life admin, and then have a bath, and then get back on the sofa and finish this. And then I'm probably going to start the list next. I can't remember the author of that one. It's got the purple cover with the emoji on the front.
Yeah. Who's that by? I don't know how to pronounce their name.
I cannot remember off the top of my head, and my phone doesn't want to work just now. But yeah, I'm going to start that next. I'll put it on Instagram or something later on, probably.
But thank you. About 6 Tudor Queens.
Yes. I'm very excited for you to read that.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also get nervous when people pick up books that I've like prattled on about because I'm like, oh no, what if they don't like it?
Again, it was another one though where I read the first page and I was like, okay, it's got to put down now, otherwise.
Yeah,
I'm going to just do nothing other than read this for the next few days. So
yeah, she is so readable, Alison Weir. Like,
yeah,
I've read lots of her work. Like when I was young, I went through a phase like when other people were reading like other YA books. I went through a phase of reading loads and loads of her historical fiction when I was about 14, and then came back to the Tudor Queens and just loved that series. Chloe's just saying thank you as well. Thanks for the sprints. Lovely to see your faces. Thank you for coming back on. So yes, we're going to wrap it up here, guys. Thank you for taking part in the readathon. Thank you for being here in the first place and meaning that my channel is actually a channel and not just me talking to myself on the internet. So thank you very much. The readathon obviously runs till 7 o'clock this evening, although if it runs longer than that, that's totally up to you. I set it for 7 o'clock because realistically I'll be in bed by 8. So but do what you want to do. It's all supposed to be very relaxed and chilled and just have a nice time. Thank you for joining me, Amelia. Appreciate it.
It's been so fun. Thank you for having me.
Good. And yeah, we're going to do the awkward end of stream wave now whilst we wait for it to cut out. So we'll see you guys soon. And thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.